Hi everyone, welcome to a Chandler's channel. I'm Tracy and I'm your host, and this session is our monthly reading for July 2013. So stay tuned for that. That'll be up really shortly. It's just that I like to touch back on the previous month. So, June 2013. Whitehawk said that the way he worded it about flower child, there was like a question mark as to how it could turn out. You know how when you write and you use a comma here or you put the comma at the end of the sentence can change exactly how the meaning of the whole sentence is. So that's what that sort of was. I don't know if that happened. It could be that I flowered behind the scenes and I just don't know it yet. It could be that somebody you know, it's like I was going to be, someone was going to take notice. Maybe they have. I just don't know. And then he also said, I would see vastness. And, yeah, I mean, did I see vastness? There was one day where I received some information. I won't say how I got it, and that you know, I went, yeah, you know, like being a channeler, a psychic, a medium, an intuitive, fortune teller, call us what you want. You know, I'm more comfortable with the term channeler and intuitive. That the good that we can be used for, you know, the hope and the faith that we can bring to people, and that's why I'm here. So I see myself as a bridge. You know, I connect heaven and earth, so I can bring the messages from heaven here to earth. And you know, obviously those in heaven have more wisdom than we could ever have, and they are the providers of faith and hope. So that's where I seen the vastness, and I said, you know, Tracy, why, you know, where's that website? Tracy, where's, you know, setting up other things, whatever, Instagram and Pinterest, and so those those I do hope to do. It's just finding the time when you're a mom, and anyone else who's a parent can certainly relate to this. So it will happen. It will come. It's just got to come in my time, and when the right time is for it, it will arrive. So he wasn't completely off the mark. He never is completely off the mark, and I assure you, when you get a reading, oftentimes, like if you try to decipher or decode the reading, you're not going to be right. You're not. I have tried and tried and tried, and you know, tidbits of it I get right. But it's often after the event has occurred that I go back to my reading or to my journals, or you know, to any readings I've ever received from other intuitives or channelers, that I go, oh, that's what they meant. So the way I see it is that when you get a reading, oftentimes it is the spirit guide getting you ready for events that are forthcoming, or helping you to move you into a location where you're meant to be, to help create that synchronicity. So they get you unstuck, right? They get you unstuck. They keep you moving forward with faith and hope and love and insight. So do yourself a favor, get yourself a reading. Don't be afraid. They're not there to harm you. They're there to help you. They're there to help to heal you, you know, to teach you. So here you thought it was the monthly reading, and here I am talking about this. So I should do Tracy's Chatty Cathy corner or something, and just see whatever I come up with, right? There's another thing I can do. And I want to do more videos, you know, so the more subscribers I get, that will give me the motivation to do more videos. But for now, being a mom, a full-time job, you know, more than a full-time job, a lifetime job. I'm in this for life. Good, bad, ugly. And so I need the motivation to do more, and I want to do more, and I do see it in my future. But this is where I am now, and I'm accepting it with its, you know, minor ups and downs. So subscribe, share, like, comment. That's my rant on that. So let's go in. We're what, 5 minutes in. That's okay. Let's go in and get Whitehawk and see what he has to say about the wonderful month of July. And for whatever reason, I've seen the American flag, and then I'm hearing na 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 na. You know that song, and if you don't, well, maybe it's going to come into your life somehow. He says, indeed, maybe it is going to come into your life somehow. He says, you will see very shortly, my friend. And I just want to stop this here somewhere, because I want to apologize to my viewers if you're getting upset somehow that a lot of the readings tend to be all about me and reflect back on me. I don't, when I go into this, I don't know what Whitehawk is going to say, and so I just jump in. Now, I think he's creating a mystery of some sort. I'm not quite sure. I'm just going with the flow. I apologize if it's annoying you somehow. I'm not sure where it's going. It's just trust, hope, and faith, and move forward with it. So I just wanted to say that. Indeed, he says, it is okay, my child, and he pats me on my back. It is okay, my child, for it to be all about you, my child. He says, for it is your channel. You can say and voice whatever it is you want to say and voice, he says. I am your friend, your channeler, your spirit guide, he says. Therefore, I can say what I want to say. And he says, and so what I want to say to the people is this. He says, that indeed this flag, he says, and this na 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 na, he says, is going to come into your life profoundly, he says, this month. And I want our viewers to know, I want our friends who are watching us and who have much hope and much faith and much prayers for us, he says, to know this. I want to share it with them as a nation, as a person, he says, as a family with us, and that is why I say this, he says. So God bless to them, he says, for wanting good to come into your life, Tracy. For those who know that when they wish for others to have good to come into their life, they can't help but have good come into your life. So there, my children, you have just learned a golden rule of life. When you wish for good in others, you will see good in yourself and others around you. God bless, my children. He says, that is my tip for the month, for the day, for the week, for the year, he says. Wish good in others, and you will see good in yourself. Reflection is good. So now, I, Tracy, am a little upset with him because I don't really think that's a July reading. And this is the fight kind of he and I have back and forth, because I guess I have a higher expectation, which is the fallacy of humans and spirit working together, right? And he says, no, he says, it is no fallacy. You want more for your viewers. You want me to give them more. He says, is there any wrongdoing and any bad in that? He says, I think not, my child. He says, so you want something more for your viewers? You have asked me and I will give you more, he says. It is simple. It is a simple truth, and it is this. July, he says, for the most part, will be a hot, wet month. Not only, he says, will it be a hot, wet month, it will be a month of anger. It will be a month of hate. He says, is this what you want me to tell you, children? Is this what you want to hear? And like, I can feel the hate. I can feel the anger in people coming forth as I'm reading this from Whitehawk. Because it is there. He says people have so much hate and so much anger in them, and he says, and it's just like I feel that it's like your face is just strong. It's like stone. Like it's just strong, and it's like, oh, it's just there. It is brimming, and people just want to release it and let it go. Like they are so angry. And he says they are just brimming to let their anger rip. He says, don't. He says, for you will never get back that which you say and do. He says, you will never be able to change that which you let rip out of your mouth, he says. You will never be able to get those words back. You will never be able to get the effect those words have had on people back, he says. You will forever be known and remembered, he says, for those words or those actions, he says, that which you have done, have occurred. So if you want my lesson for the month, this is my lesson. Do not let those angerous words rip out of you in any offensive manner, he says, or actions. There's no doubt, my children, indeed, we all have anger. But it is the way in which we communicate it, he says, that makes all the difference in a day. Heed my words, children. Do not let the anger rip out of you. Do not swallow it either, he says, for you must indeed somehow diffuse it. But the way to diffuse it, he says, is in nature, through water, through walks, through anger management, he says. But do not let it rip out of you, for the harm will be done, and you will never get it back. I assure you, he says. God bless. Heed my words. Thank you, God. So there you go. That's our monthly reading for July 2013. And, I just thought about that. Like, when you ask for more, you'll get more. And I asked for more in my channeling session. I didn't want it to be just what it was at the beginning. I wanted to be more, so I asked for it and I got it. And that's okay. I didn't say it in a mean way. And he heeded my call. Now I'm going to wrap up before this hits a 15-minute mark because I don't want to have to use my PC. So I'll say thanks for joining me here. Join us for our weekly reading. And this was our topic of the week for this week, so I'll see you next week for our topic of the week. And leave a comment as to what kind of topic perhaps you want me to cover. God bless. I'm Tracy for a Chandler's Channel.